feel like shit.
Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. It's just one of those happy days. The weekend comes, my cycle up. It's just one of those days where you don't want to wake up. Everything is everybody sucks. You don't really know why, but you want to justify ripping someone's head off. No human contact.
But am I gonna? But am I gonna? But am I gonna? But am I gonna?
Knock it off, you scum bucket.
It's just one of those days. It's just one of
Hey, this is library.
It's just one of those happy days. The weekend comes, my cycle runs, ready to make space. It's just one of those days, feeling like a freight train. First one to complain, leaves with the bloodstain. Damn right, I'm a maniac. You better shoot, cause I'm fucking up your program. And if you're stuck up, you just locked up. Next in line to get fucked up. Your best bet is to stay away, motherfucker. It's just
I'm losing my cool.
It's all about happy days. It's just one of those happy days. It's just one of those happy days. The weekend comes, my cycle runs, ready to make space.
Feel like shit. My suggestion is to keep your distance. 'Cause right now I'm dangerous. Right now I'm dangerous.
Something's happening to the bonds.
My day keeps going this way and this way.
I'm gonna pop you one so you'll stop playing games.
Give me something great. Give me something great. I hope you know I've got a chainsaw. A chainsaw. A motherfucking chainsaw.
What?
So come and get it.
What we got here is a case of mistaken identity, you know? See, now this here is
Not Robert.
Two to the one to the three. I like good pussy and I like good trees. Smoke so much weed you wouldn't believe, and I get more ass than a toilet seat. Three to the one to the three. I met a bad bitch last night in the D. Let me tell you how I made her leave with me. Conversation and Hennessy. I've been to the motherfucking mountaintop. Heard motherfuckers talk, seen them drop. If I ain't got a weapon, I'ma pick up a rock. And when I bust your ass, I'm gonna continue to rock. Get your ass on the wall with your two left feet. It's real easy, just follow the beat. Don't let that fine girl pass you by. Look real close, cause strobe lights about to have a party. Let's get it started. Shake it. I'm looking for a girl with a body and a sexy strut. Wanna get it poppin', baby, step right up. Some girls, they act retarded. Some girls are body. I'm looking for a girl that will do whatever the fuck I say. Every day she be giving it up. Shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. Come on, girl, shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. Oh, girl, shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. Come on, girl, shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me.
I'm a menace, a dentist, an oral hygienist. Open your mouth for about 4 or 5 minutes. Take a little bit of this fluoride riddance. Swish, but don't spit it. Swallow it now, finish. Yeah, me and Nate deal double G. Looking for a couple bitches with some double D's. Pop a little champagne and a couple D's. Slipping in a bubbly. We finished on the have a party.
Turn the music,
Let's get it started.
go and shake it. I'm looking for a girl I can fuck in my Hummer truck. Apple bottom jeans and a big old
Some
slut.
girls, they act retarded. Some girls are body.
I want a bitch that sit at the crib with no panties on. Knows that she can, but she won't say no. Look at this lady all in front of me. Sexy as can be. Tonight I want a slut. Would you be mine? Heard you was freaky from a friend of mine.
Now I hope you don't get mad at me, but I told Nate you was a freak. He said he wants a slut. Hope you don't mind. I told him how you like it from behind.
Shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. Come on, girl, shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. Oh, girl, shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. Come on, girl, shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. We about to have a party. Let's get it started. Shake it. I'm looking for a girl with a body and a sexy strut. Wanna get it poppin', baby, step right up. Some girls, they act retarded. Some girls are body. I'm looking for a girl that will do whatever the fuck I say. Every day she be giving it up.
There she goes, shaking that ass on the floor, bumping and
Hey boss, I have a cancer.
Gay!
This is an unfortunate turn of events.
Did you just talk out your ass? Well, to be fair, Vegeta, you are part of my DNA.
What is up, everyone? Thank you for joining, those of you who are here. Tonight's show is going to be focused on ComicsGate and the comics industry as a whole. We're going to be talking about that tonight. Doing some call-ins if we get anyone who wants to join or has anything to add to the comics. Yeah, they did spurg out on each other. Comics talk. It's always fun. There's a lot going on in the industry and in the ComicsGate movement as a whole. And it's always fun to, talk about, see what's going on in the world of nerddom and fandom. And, look at the shit-written articles by what you would call, hopefully, professionals, but seem to be extremely biased. Tonight, we'll also be doing a giveaway for just hating on my sweater. It's all good. I love the Flash, man. ComicsGate artist John Malin's new book, Graveyard Shift. I'm going to do that as like a raffle. So if you donate, you'll be entered to win. So we'll be talking that and much more going on in the industry. New people coming into the industry, like I believe he's hanging out, Mr. Todd Mulrooney. I believe I pronounced that right. Hopefully I pronounced that right. And, what's going on? I've been playing Final Fantasy 15. I think AG got his hairstyle from Prompto. Fuck you. Oh, man. Gross. Yeah, he's not hating, really. He's my really, really good friend. He's my co-host on my Wednesday night shows. And he is my best friend probably in real life. And he just loves to talk shit. He's a shit stirrer, if anything. Yeah, last time I went to Magic Mountain in California, and they're like super WB focused and DC and that universe. And yeah, you're just a hater in general. I think that's the best. I think that's the best description of you. But I wanted to show you guys what we're doing on the way of the giveaway. This is Graveyard Shift. I'm going to go ahead and move my, what's it called, over so we can actually see it. Graveyard Shift. 18 days left. A lot of backers. Really good job for, a small campaign with very minimal reach in the way of YouTube and elsewhere. Malin puts out really good stuff. He actually has been on the channel a few times. 3 times now, actually. And last time we were talking about this graphic novel that he came out with. Let's take a look at his backer video and what he's promoting it as.
Artist that has drawn books such as Youngblood, New Warriors, Cable, Deadpool.
God, his volume's so quiet.
And Marvel Comics. I am also the artist for the massively successful Jawbreakers Lost Souls, which launched earlier this year on Indiegogo to become the most backed graphic novel of all time on both the Indiegogo and Kickstarter platforms. In 2010, my friend Mark Poulton, writer of comics Hawkman, Evangeline, Catname Haiku, Pizza Tree, and I created a property called Graveyard Shift. We asked ourselves one question. What if the Universal Monsters were the X-Men?
There's some volume.
Graveyard Shift is a 46-page superhero, horror, sci-fi genre mix of all the things Mark and I enjoyed growing up. We wear our homages on our sleeve as we start our story the way the best superheroes and horror stories are made, with science experiments gone awry. Scientists Vladimir Blood, Lilith Mayhew, and her husband, head of security Nick Mayhew, are working to unlock the secrets of human regenerative medicines for mortally wounded soldiers for the super secret Atlantis Corporation.
I don't know about you guys, but that actually looks really good. I like his art style a lot.
Act of great betrayal, they are murdered and forced into their own experiments. Saved by fate, the Graveyard Shift, now members of the Undead, and enhanced with super strength, speed, and lightning-fast healing factors, are the only ones that can stop a rising supernatural evil unleashed by the Atlantis Corporation to dominate the race of men and forever enslave the Earth. The good news is that this Indiegogo project is already done. We are looking for your help to fund the creation of a 16-page ash can by one of my favorite up-and-coming artists, Nerd Wonder. Also to print and ship these items to your home. Tell your friends, and let's make Graveyard Shift a great success. This is the work that directly got me hired at Marvel Comics. We need your help to release book 1 of 2. I thank you all very much for your consideration, and I hope you will all back this. So thank you, and have a great one. Bye.
So, it is really good style. I do like the styling that he used, and all his style in general. I really enjoy. But the interesting thing about it is the book's done. So the book's already done. All they're doing is funding for, publication, really. When I was talking to him on the show like a week ago, I think I had him on about a week ago. He was saying it's completed. The book is already drawn. It's already written. It's all done. All they got to do is basically throw it in a printer. And I think he said he should have it out by November, December, maybe. So it'll be a cool drop for, late this year, early next year. And just the all-around idea of it is a nice little twist on that style and that genre. I'm really excited about it. And I think it'd be a cool way to reward those who, contribute to the stream, help me out and everything by, turning and flipping into something, a little more, giving back to the community that gives so much to me. Like Kevin last night dropping $50 for me to go buy In-N-Out for me and Sicko. So, people take care of us over here, and I really appreciate it. Wanted to talk to you guys about the Vulture article that just came out, and I'll let you guys take a guess about what's going on. Ready? I'll let you guys take a guess about how they are perceived and how they are painting ComicsGate, and it's going to be exactly how you think it would be. In the most negative light possible. If you're just joining the stream, please like the stream. Share it on your platform so we can get some more people in here. I usually get rollover from Mercer's show, but tonight, since he didn't run one, it's all on me. But apparently, ComicsGate is a nightmare, tearing comics fandom apart. So what happens next, according to this Abraham Reisman? And let me see. Let's see what this guy's tweets about. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing of interest. And of course, he's a verified. Not because of anything other than the fact that he probably works for a company like Vulture that gets him a verified tick. If you follow comics professionals on Twitter, Sunday was a surreal day. All of a sudden, it seemed like everyone was posting the exact same tweet. First came Injustice writer Tom Taylor. So people were pissed off because there was some interaction between a gentleman's wife who died, and someone on a stream said that he would probably support, I mean, not a gentleman's wife, a gentleman who died, who is really well known in the comics industry, and they said that, you know, they thought he would support the ComicsGate movement because he kind of did his own thing, went his own way, and was focused on just making great books. And then all of a sudden, all these professionals came out, you know, because they basically weaponized her and people giving her a hard time and, you know, kind of talking shit back to her because she jumped into the middle of a shit show that has come and gone from the professionals who are still at the big two that are pushing the, you know, social justice prerogative hire based on what's between your legs and what you identify as instead of hiring based on skill. And as you can see, all the tweets, of course, there's no place for homophobia, transphobia, racism, or misogyny in comics criticism. Apparently, you can't criticize comics if you don't agree with them changing characters. Don't agree that they all of a sudden turn Iceman gay because someone went into the past and blah, 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 and, you know, told him he was gay. And so on and so on. Later, there came a subtle variation, tweets that just said comics or comic books instead of comics criticism. What the hell happening? The answer involved one proper pronoun, often masked with asterisks or euphemism to elide searchability, as ComicsGate. As one might suspect from the name, ComicsGate is, roughly speaking, Gamergate for comics. God, dude, why did they always allude everything to Gamersgate? Everything is alluded to Gamersgate. It's not the same as Gamersgate. Sorry. Gamersgate was actually about people holding games journalists accountable for, you know, sleeping around for privy and positive reviews. Maybe do a little diving before you write an article, you freaking retard. As one might suspect, blah, blah, blah. Like the infamous mass movement of angry gamers, which it's been convincingly argued was a key component in the stunning rise of the alt-right and the election of Donald Trump. Are you fucking kidding me? ComicsGate is a loose confederation of tweeters, YouTubers who make it their business to yell about how much they hate social justice warriors who are, in their eyes, ruining their favorite medium with leftist politics. Not only in their eyes, but in a lot of people's eyes. And I'm sure someone like Todd could speak to this and will talk about this when he gets a chance to come on later this week. I think I'm going to have Todd on. That it's not only limited to that issue. And it's not only about any of this stupidity, but people are shifting away from it because they're tired of being told that everything is based on your political stance. And why does it fucking matter who you voted for, whether or not you can work at a place? There's people at my work who voted for Trump, who voted for Hillary, who voted for Johnson, and fucking probably whatever that other Green Party crazy lady was. And no one gives a shit. We'll talk stuff. We'll talk trash. We'll bring up politics in the office. But no one gets mad at each other because these are common conversations. Because the people who aren't super far left or extremely far right don't give a shit if you're having a conversation because you can have a conversation. All these people like the Vulture Writer and all these others who are so like progressive and angry need to come to the center. Come join us in the center a little bit. You won't see everything in identity if you just come towards the center just a tad. Unlike Gamergates, the participants at ComicsGate didn't choose their name. It was lobbed at them by their opponents. Well, cool. Nevertheless, the shoe fits, and many of the angry readers within the movement have embraced it. Of course they have. Because it's not what they claim it to be. And, you know, heaven forbid artists and others should want to have their work be the focus and not the political bullshit. You say that, but you're definitely not. You definitely aren't, sicko. Other reporters have chronicled the origins and development of ComicsGate in great detail. There have been terrific pieces because they support my echo chamber, and they're all well worth your time because they support my echo chamber if you care about the current state of comics ecosystem or online discourse in general, because I live in an echo chamber. I just kept saying echo chamber. But a brief summary is in order because you won't know anything until you hear about my echo chamber. It's hard to pinpoint exactly where ComicsGate began. Perhaps it was presaged by 2014 defense of artist Milo Manera's highly sexualized Spider-Woman cover. Maybe it was the aborted attempt at a Gamergate-style push in 2015 when progressives denounced a Batgirl cover depicting misogynistic violence, and right-leaning folks, including Milo Yiannopoulos, denounced the denouncers. Or possibly it was when feminist writer Chelsea Kane was bullied off Twitter in 2016. I think Chelsea Kane, I don't know who Chelsea Kane is, but if it's one of the freaking milkshake girls, then fuck, she can suck off. Or she probably sucked her way to the top. However, one can argue that the groundwork was laid by changing structural forces in the geek media ecosystem. Groundwork wasn't laid. It'd be like taking your favorite things and just bulldozing it and saying, now this person is trans. Now this person is, gay. Now this person is whatever they are, and throwing them into a story that's been running for years. It's one of those things where it's stupid to push and say that this is the case. I've had conversations with people on the left, on the right, and anyone who's not far gone, even with people who would call themselves nationalists, don't play this game. They don't play this game to the extreme. And it's interesting that they want to push this mindset of we have to embrace everyone and we have to allow every type of identity to exist. When you have what's New York identify? 46, 76, 106, whatever genders. How are you going to, and I think Jordan Peterson says this well, how are you going to be able to identify and use the proper pronouns or the proper terminology for all these people ever? You keep changing speech, it's never going to work. I'm sorry. It's just not. Now, will I use someone's preferred pronoun? Yeah. I mean, I'm going to identify them and talk to them however they would like just because I'm considerate. But when it's forced upon me, why would I want to do that? Anyways, comics critic David Uzumeri wrote a fascinating Medium post Sunday night, which argues that, as he puts it, when existing power structures denigrate and question the integrity of a free and fair press, it opens a hole for an unfair press to seep in. It's interesting that this guy found that it was a good argument, because the simple fact that sounds very much like him calling out this kind of article. In his estimation, the so-called Big Two published Marvel have been trending towards an adversarial relationship with sites and individuals who are critical of them. As a result, thoughtful critics left the game, and the gap left behind was filled with increasingly low-rent sites. The bar for quality discourse dropped so low that even a slapdash hate campaign could start to look like the rest of what passed for mainstream. It's not a hate campaign. See, this is the narrative they want to push. They want to push ComicsGate and everything else as a hate campaign. Why? Because it fits their narrative. It fits their ideology of what the hell. Like, you have to call me by this. You have to say this. Oh, if you don't, you're hateful. It's fucking retarded, to be quite honest. Let's see. the fire was fed when creators started getting into petty fights with readers on social media. Yeah, creators who are in the big two should shut the hell up and, like, be quite honest with themselves. Do you really want to fight the people who are spending money on your product? Most notably, in the debacle that was Captain American writer Nick Spencer's battle with his critics, and fan responses to things they didn't like became even more vicious. Then in April 2017, while the Spencer fight was reaching a fever pitch, a Marvel exec named David Gabriel gave an interview in which he seemed to say the company's push for greater diversity in its character lineup might have led to reduced sales, and an argument that is much disputed. Okay, if that's the case, then why are the super social justice books failing? What I'd like to see, and I'm going to actually search it while just talking with you gents, is West Coast Avengers sales. Because I'd be curious to see what their sales are if they're doing so well. I don't know if Comicosity would have the sales numbers. And of course, they give it a 9 out of 10. The book was freaking horrid. And I actually want to light it on fire in front of camera once I pick it up, because I just thumbed through it. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Can I hit Sicko with this blue wrench? I still don't know what it means. I give wrenches to creators and other people, as well as people who actually moderate. So it's a moderator symbol. Basically, you can control the assholes in my... I don't know why they don't have the freaking numbers. It's been a month. Here we go, monthly sales. Let's see if Comic-Con has it on here for 2018 August. I'd love to see their freaking sales numbers for West Coast Avengers, but I don't even see it on here. I don't think it actually probably even hit their board, because quite honestly, it was probably freaking human garbage. I really want to buy it, and I think I'm going to take some of my freaking stuff out to catch it on fire, because I think it'd be funny to do it on stream. Let me see. This is all... Why would you have that shit listed under August? I want to look at September. Here we go. West Coast Avengers 2018. They just freaking... They don't even have like a list. And it's just weird that the way these reporting sites have things laid out, titles laid out. Because you can't really tell head holes. Thunderbolts. I read Thunderbolts when Malin produced or drew for it. I read his run on it, and then I just recently read White Knight. Let's see. Let's go back to this. Let me go back to fucking. It'd be nice to actually see freaking their sales numbers for West Coast Avengers. because doesn't seem like West Coast. It dropped like a couple of weeks ago. I think it came out on the 22nd, but it was super driven by freaking SJW narrative. Like, seriously, this is what it looks like. This is the art on it. And they take freaking Hawkeye and throw him into this freaking... come on, man. I just don't think... I subbed to you a while back, but this is my first time here. LO, uncharted territory for me. Not sure what's going on. We're just talking ComicsGate and different, nerd fandom and comics books right now. Most nights I'll do news and different stuff, and tonight I'm doing comics book news and stuff like that. I appreciate you subscribing to me a while back. That's awesome. It's really, really appreciated. It's always awesome when people, share the stuff and everything like that too. Because it helps out the channel. Yeah, I don't think freaking they even have the roundup for it yet of what the sales were on that title, because they haven't probably been given them yet since it's just the end of the month. But I'm going to guess they were low just for the simple fact. Oh, wow, it's 9:34 in SoCal. Yeah. Brit? Oh, you're a Brit. I appreciate. Take his wrench away. He's not worthy. I don't think he can. I think he could hit you with it if it was real life. But yeah, so basically they're bashing ComicsGate, running over it just because they don't subscribe to their freaking narratives. Like, it's tiring to listen to the stupid shit that they're pushing out there. Of course, then they say enter Richard C. Meyer, an Army veteran and former PayPal employee who started railing against such diversity on Twitter and YouTube under the name Diversity Comics. He began to gain a following, but it wasn't until the milkshake incident that things heated up. July 2017, famed old school Marvel staffer and underground comics maven Flo Steinberg died. In her honor, a group of female employees gathered a few days later to drink milkshakes and celebrate Steinberg's legacy, and one of them, assistant editor Heather Antos, took a group selfie. For whatever reason, this was a supremely provocative act for a gaggle of misogynists, because they're always misogynists, who railed against the much retweeted image. The women within it were treated to the usual, of course, Gamergate epithets, social justice warrior, virtue signaler, fake geek girl, and the like. And the chorus of fury got louder. Comics pros and fans railed in Antos' defense, not all of them. Blah, blah, blah. Was she? Wasn't she the... I'm pretty sure she was the Squirrel Girl broad. Angry tweets, as well as YouTube, rambling YouTube, members of... I fucking don't know how to pronounce that word. Introit? ComicsGate movement have derided female and minority characters, creators, and fans, all while claiming to want to ruin an imaginary past of apolitical comics. Many of them have special ire for trans people. Maybe if certain people like that person mentioned there didn't try to force things on people and always talk about, their identity, accusing them of faking their status for fame and profit. A ComicsGate news hub, bounding into comics, emerged, where progressive creators and critics are regularly accused of harassing or silencing conservatives. Tell me they don't. Show receipts, dude. This guy's article is just so biased. Of course, he's going to push that narrative. Yeah, I wouldn't say that. I'm not going to say her name at all because she does not deserve any more, like, anything at all. For months, mainstream comics industry was largely silent about all of this. Indeed, Meyer was arguably surpassed in his status as the most prominent member of ComicsGate by the successful penciler Ethan Van Sciver, who continued to be employed by DC even after he befriended members of the, of course, they're going to be members of the alt-right mob online. Van Sciver's role is hard to parse, that he doesn't exactly, oh, that's sweet that they didn't freaking just throw him under the bus. He doesn't exactly incite hate, harassment, but is often accused of dog whistling. It's funny, and all these fools who use the term dog whistle, all of them can hear it. If they can hear the dog whistle, that means they're the dog. That means they're the ones who are racist or look at it that way. Like, I still grab older stuff. Last thing I got was Punisher Max collection. Say her name in the bathroom 3 times with the lights off. Yes, seriously. And so here's the bit where everything kind of hit the fan. Darwin Cook, one of the greatest writers, artists, died in 2016, leaving behind his wife, who we're going to take advantage of and use to push our narrative, Marsha. About a week ago, a ComicsGate affiliated user who goes by the name of Grom Comics tweeted that Darwin would have been hashtag ComicsGate. And an infuriated Marsha replied to him. Okay, so, I mean, I could say anyone would be anything, and that doesn't mean you have to be, you know, an asshole. And she started off as an asshole. I'm sorry to say it about Marsha, because Darwin was a great artist. But, hi guys, this is Darwin's wife, and I can guarantee he thought you ComicsGate idiots were a bunch of crybaby losers ruining comics, because you are. First of all, thought is present as if he actually knew about ComicsGate. But ComicsGate didn't start until, as this writer attests, 2017. So if the gentleman passed away in 2016, how would he have a thought on it? Now, I am sorry, Marsha, and I'm sorry that you've, you know, had to go through this, but to be quite honest, you're making shit up. You're being weaponized by the progressives who are pushing out the garbage agenda, and they're just as bad when it comes to calling people out and running people over. They pushed the mindset of attacking the whole populace of people who are fans. It's the Battlefield 5 situation, or whatever the hell that game is called. If you don't like it, don't buy it. So people stopped buying books and started going to the independents. And you know what? The independents, I wouldn't call her that. I know she means well. She just doesn't know what the hell she's talking about. And I feel for her, but she just doesn't know what the hell she's talking about. And she has been completely used by the core groups. Marsha kept pushing back, eventually telling Van Sciver that his friends are being transphobic, to which Van Sciver responded that she should just mute them. Which, hey, the benefit of free will, freedom of speech, and an open platform is you can mute them. It's not rocket science. ComicsGator started harassing her by suggesting things. She blocked me because I suggested, yeah, the easiest way would be to mute them. It's this button here. That way you don't have to hear it. Because she had say, take me out of this conversation. And I'm like, yeah, the fastest way would be to do this. I don't know how to actually remove you from said conversation. And anyone who replies will still show, just mute the conversation. And here's how you do it. And she blocked me. Of course she did. Because what is she? she is now a victim. And I hate to say it, but Marsha, it's a sad day that you lost your husband in 2016, and it's a bummer. But, you know, you can't jump into the fray and not expect to get a little bit of battle wounds. If you're going to jump in and take a stand on something, expect to come out with scars. It's just the way the world works. What up, Chad? What is good? Yeah, I'm not buying it either. Well, I don't know, man. They got pushed back a whole month, so. Anyways, Jeff Lemire, the fucking idiot. ComicsGate is based on fear, intolerance, bigotry, and anger. The comics creators emerging today are too talented, too smart, and too loud to be beaten by these weak people. It's time we all start standing up for one another. Yeah, Jeff. We'll be talking about Jeff Lemire, if that is him, the fucking soy boy himself, shortly. The next day, artist Bill, I'm not going to say his last name, followed suit with a long Facebook post about his hatred of ComicsGate. Yeah, his post was just garbage. And he is, ran over by people who are just saying, hey, if you're going to stand up for something, that's fine. You can stand against ComicsGate. That's fine. But maybe, just maybe, stand up against guys who show off their asshole. Guys who send pictures to people who are professionals in the industry and are working on current books, running at what? He's running at Marvel. He's doing Spider-Gwen, other things. You know, showing his asshole to Ethan Van Sciver. It's not that hard to do. If you're going to stand against ComicsGate, you need to stand against jackasses in your own industry too. Read the head. ComicsGate won't be defeated by well-intentioned tweets alone. Reads the headline by an unbylined editorial. Let's see. We'll open that because I don't think I have that up. Nope. Published on Monday. As a concluding paragraph puts it, now it's time for the most viable and secure voices in the industry to begin the hard work of listening to and uplifting those of us at most risk. Because we're victims. No. What you got to do is, if you want to write a trans character, a gay character, a black, a white, a yellow, a purple, a fucking green, whatever, what you got to do is create new characters. Get Marvel to allow you to create a new character, or ask a writer who's well known in the industry to create a new character. Don't, commandeer core characters. That's the problem that they don't understand. But even support from publishers for marginalized communities, because, everyone's got to be a marginalized community if you're not freaking white, won't really be enough to stop ComicsGate and make the comics internet safer. It's the fucking internet. I'm sorry, but if you don't like it, there's a quick and easy thing you do. It's just like the fact that I don't like this article. Boom. I don't have to read it. That's it. No byline because the person didn't want to own it. Blah, 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 blah. Another fucking dashing article about how horrible ComicsGate is. Let's go to this troll. Bill, not going to say that last name, tells fans you won't be missed one damn bit in Facebook tirade. Now, you know who else said this? Oh, Battlefield 5. Battlefield 5 creator and main property chief exec or whatever said, if you don't like it, don't buy it. We don't want you here. And guess what? 85% below Call of Duty. When the fuck is the last time you saw that happen? So, hey, Bill, I hope no one buys your books. I'm sorry, brother. You may be talented. You may be a lot of things. But jumping into the fray and being a little whiny bitch about things because people don't want their freaking identity politics shoved in their face. Sorry. Anyways, let's talk about what he said. To begin, I'm convinced comics chose me as a practitioner, emissary, evangelist, what have you. Motherfucker, God complex much. Like, seriously, God complex much. Rather than the other way around. No, motherfucker, no one chose you. Sorry. Perhaps that's why I tend to view most other creators through a similar lens. Whatever the actual reason, people create comics, tell stories, live in this world. It's still a wonderful calling. Creators are family. Every voice is unique and necessary. If that's the case, then why would you dash those other people? And bounding into comics, writer, who is the writer on this one? Spencer. I'm just going to go with Spencer. This opening salvo is quite hypocritical because though Bill states that no matter who is creating comics, they deserve validation, his stance, as will be detailed in the post, and that of many professional creators is that the industry has no room for creators who do not share their exact political or social beliefs. It's a poignant thought and a point expunged by many ComicsGate creators that seems to be betrayed by the rest of his post. Of course it is. Talks out one side of his mouth when he really means the rest. And means the exact opposite of that. So, yeah. You can suck off on that one. That said, comics sure as hell didn't choose the so-called ComicsGate contingent to promote hateful, misogynistic, and plain old ugly dogma. No, these gators, you guys. You brought that ugliness all by yourself. Actually, no. You pushing narratives, DC and Marvel, not basing things on, what would you say, merit or in a merit-based system. Yeah, they caused it. The belief that ComicsGate is a hate movement spearheaded by angry, stereotypical incels. I get laid. The movement is not inherently misogynist. Tick. Numerous female creators and their runs are celebrated, such as Amanda Connor's Power Girl, Sarah Kelly's continued art assignments, and even some of the staunch anti-comic gators, Gail Simone's work, such as Secret Sick Run for DC. In fact, there are a multitude of female fans and creators that support ComicsGate. It's true. And these people want to push it. I hate AG the most, though. He should carry a plant with him everywhere he goes to replace the air he's wasting. Fuck you. I'm here. I'm doing my opening assignments for the fall semester, so I'm a wee bit quiet. We'll still be listening. Yeah. You got the word. I stumbled on it. But you get what I mean. See? You get it. Hey, customers, keep your money. And we did. Yes, we did. That's just like people. I mean, you can stand for whatever the hell you want, but don't get mad when you start seeing people actually standing for things. If you want to stand against people who like ComicsGate and like the art and the artists behind it, so be it. But don't get mad and try to spin them into a hateful group because they say, hey, your politics and your bullshit, we're tired of it. We're tired of it. Everyone's fucking tired of it. I mean, it's getting old listening about, because I'm a white guy, that I have privilege. Motherfucker, if you knew my life, there's no privilege. If you knew a lot of people's lives, they don't have privilege. Tell that to the middle of the country. Tell that to the middle of the country. It's not going to be the case. It's not something that you can force upon them because they happen to be white or Asian or anything else. You cannot tell us that we are one thing when we're not. I'm sorry, that's just not how it works. And you would be doing a disservice to people to push this. No, Marvel Comics is a separate entity from Disney as far as I know for the most part, but even still, this was happening. When was Marvel acquired by Disney? Let me see. Okay, so in 2009, Marvel was Marvel Entertainment was bought by Disney. But it's one of those things, and I could be mistaken on that side of it, but it's one of those things where you look at it and let's see what James, you have minority privilege. Yeah, because you can say anything about anyone you want and not be called racist in all regards, technically, by their rules. My privilege is I work 50 plus hours a week to live. Yeah, me too, man. I'm doing 10-hour days, sometimes more. Aaron Barrett. I've got tattoos, so I'm not completely white. Yeah, so do I. I got some color on me. So it's one of those things where being told constantly that you're privileged or you're this or that is why the middle of the country voted for Trump. You keep throwing it on people, you keep pushing this narrative, and you're only going to hate yourself more because people aren't going to freaking comply with what you want. I don't give a fuck what color you are. I don't give a fuck what color the characters are. Just don't make that about their freaking identity unless it's a new character. You can do whatever the hell you want with the character if you're not destroying an OG character. Don't freaking destroy Iceman because you want to make a gay character. How about you just make a gay character? Or if Iceman's going to come out as gay, make it take a little longer than one fucking book. Make it be something that's worked up to. Because maybe the character is gay. Maybe it is. But you don't just drop it on people. Because, oh, fuck you, sicko. You're living up to your name. If you know what my butthole looks like, you gross bastard. You don't just drop it on their head like that. Sorry, that's not how it works. But let's go back to the bounding in comics. Nope. Boom. Ooh, live football. As the post continues, he again reiterates many of the same tired talking points about ComicsGate critics have accepted as fact. Comics isn't a boys' club. It's not. No. Insert blah, blah, blah. Allowed. It's a club, a meeting place, forum for creators of all stripes. No shit. They're not arguing that. Like a real-life legion of superheroes or a Justice League. Only with pen, ink, and paper. And whatever. And laptops, etc. Syntax. Stop being creepy, racist, misogynist uncles showing up at reunions and pissing in the punch bowl to disprove your beta standing. Stop being the weird cousins the entire world points to as a definition of every comic book nerd stereotype. Or do far away from us. Do it far away from us. Stop being whiny, misunderstood victims, bitching about favoritism, intolerance, and sexism. You're slinging inky black aspirations, obviously crying racism in your whiteout. You're damned right. Some corrections need to be made, starting with the guys in the mirror first. That's a lot to break down, but stop being whiny, misunderstood victims. Tell that to your side too. You don't want people to call back. Tell that to your side too. I'm sorry. It's not just one-sided where people are bitching. Everyone wants to bitch about it, like about how there's not enough representation and all this other shit, and yet we're looking at what? What are you looking at? Oh, they have to be this and this. Let's see what comic sales 2017-2018 look like. Total sales. Let's see. Yearly sales. Industry-wide report. Let's take a look at this. The comics and graphic novel market slipped 6.5% in 2017 with some sharper declines in comic store and newsstand Sales mitigated by stronger sales in the book channel and digital, according to a noted joint, whatever, by these people. A 6.5% loss of sales. Like, you look at the industry. I wonder what the but you see a decline, and it's slipping, and I'm sure it'll continue to slip as graphic novels are beating out, softback books and stuff. If you're gonna try to make a change or try to push for something, maybe don't fuck with Rogue Raw Dog. Jesus Christ, you bang dust. You guys. Yeah, okay, so let's hear it. Who would you do? Who would you do in the comics? They say white hetero male is bad, but they always use Superman to make their points. And they use freaking Captain America and other people because they fight, against Nazis and everything else. But if that's the case, then why in the hell are you you want him to be gay, Captain America? All right, let's go back to it. No one believes comics is a boys' club. Female creators have, Jesus Christ, I hate when it does that, phenomenal core element of many celebrated characters, stories from across the medium. From Pia Guerrera's amazing art and Why the Last Man to June Brigman's fan favorite Power Pack, or even, I can't say her name, Arakawa, global sensation, Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist is legit. Women have long been celebrated and embraced by comics fans. To call the movement racist is also in poor taste, as people of color are represented heavily in the movement. Race has also been a non-factor in comics for some time. With creators like Christopher Priest, who is currently producing a fantastic run on DC's Deathstroke, Image co-founder and current DC Comics co-publisher Jim Lee, that'd be him, and a great artist, and longtime The Amazing Spider-Man artist Humberto Ramos, enjoying long and celebrated careers. If the goal of the movement is as intolerant as Bill believes, then creators such as aforementioned would be denounced and lambasted by ComicsGate, rather than receiving the praise and support seen for many of these non-white creators. And why are you all of a sudden not... Don't tell me I had a burst. Okay, good. So stop being awful ambassadors for the worst of our nature. Stop being brownshers. Stop being goddamn ugly dicks. And to rejigger an ugly phrase you sling at women, and I'm instead going to channel it here in the spirit of my Aussie friends. Stop being such a insufferable, useless cunt. The medium didn't call on you to be the best version of assholes you could be. Neither did we. Knock it off. Either step up or step off. We comics and the audience will absolutely fine without you, and you won't be missed one damn bit until our sales start sliding. Until we start seeing that ComicsGate indie books are doing massively well. Until we start seeing all these things. To claim that no one related to ComicsGate has harassed or threatened someone they have had an ideological difference with would be ignorant, just as it would be equally ignorant to claim the same of the opposite side. Sadly, it is understandable why Bill and many other creators would defy an entire movement by the more visible reported trolls. Yeah, because, you can't call a girl a thought these days on social media without getting in trouble. Even if it is merited and the person is being an asshole to you. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Let's see. Let's take a look at, where is it? Oh, here we go. We'll go ahead and show this. This is Robbie Rodriguez. He's such a great creator. He's made some really awesome stuff. Like showing off his hairy asshole to Ethan Van Sciver. It's really, really talented hardworking, and, you know, just a great person. You should really be stoked on his contributions to the industry as a whole, because he, Mystique, Superman, true and illegal. He is a true illegal alien, yes, an actual alien who's illegal. You choose Mystique. Who would I bang? I don't know. I like a little crazy, man. I like a little crazy. I'd probably bang freaking Harley Quinn. I like me a little crazy. Spot on, James. Truth is, nobody who reads comics cares who makes them. All we care about is the art is good and the story is good. Exactly. But they want to push this mindset that people do care. Oh, man. Here we go. Here's a good one. This is actually a pretty funny meme. Remember when this was Vertigo Comics and it shows Sandman, Preacher, Hellblazer, 100 Bullets instead of this? Well, and it's freaking Mr. Robbie drawing people shaving their ass. Well, old school Vertigo fans, here is a book for you. Case File Arkham. That's kind of cool. I wonder if it's any good. I have to check that out. But yeah, so yeah, this guy fucking let's take a look at what Robbie Rodriguez, freaking king asshole. This is what he looks like. I would assume that he is, you know, super progressive. Plus, he's hanging out with freaking the starter of Gamergate, Mrs. Zoe Quinn. Hey, I'm gonna meet you at Five Guys, and he's actually doing he drew her book, I believe, this fucking book or whatever it's called. Which, I mean, the art style's not bad, but I mean, when you're an asshat, yeah, I can't believe fucking an independent artist can get away with that. If Travis Charest drew a book called SJW, man, we'd all get it. Yeah, probably. I mean, to be quite honest, you could take a really well-known artist and throw them into something that just is completely and utterly random, and I'd buy it, even if it's a horrid like character. If the story's good and the drawing and art is good, fuck, I'll take it all day. It just seems that they don't seem to understand what it is to be a fan of something, and they try to say, oh, don't be stuck in like the mindset that the character can't evolve or change. No, I'm okay with the character evolving, and I'm sure many of you in here watching are okay with characters evolving. But the question becomes is it evolution for the sake of evolution and the character growing, or is it just we have to fill a quota of these people and this person, and then you have them what? You have them freaking turn gay all of a sudden. You have them turn trans all of a sudden. Flip the lid. Like a character like Batwoman. I have no problem with her being a lesbian. I have no fucking care. That's fine with me. But you also have situations like with Batwoman where people get all pissy. And because Ruby Rose, who's playing her, isn't lesbian enough, she can't play the character. The impotent rage character is one of the modern day SJWs. I bang Mystique, but before I'd ever turn her face in the Trump and say you're deported. Jesus Christ. Fucking sicko. Gross bastard. Okay, comics book creator Mike McCone wishes dick cancer on ComicsGate. Of course he does, because, you know, that's logical. Mike McCone, known for his run on Marvel's Exiles and Fantastic Four, as well as DC Comics Teen Titans, decided to attack comics book fans specifically for identifying with ComicsGate. McCone, who is currently doing covers for Dynamite Comics, Deja Taurus, and Miss Fury, took to Twitter to wish ComicGate supporters would die from dick cancer. Comics are for everyone. Everyone except ComicGate. They can die from dick cancer. A number of fans and customers would make it clear they would not be purchasing anything from McCone in the future. My wallet says thank you for your clear message. It will stay closed for you. You guys are saving me so much money. Wow. Always been a big fan and supporter of your work through my store. Guess we'll be dropping you back to subs only now. Whoa, that's an actual bookstore owner. That's what you get, you little bitch. Not a great way to talk about fans or consumers, Mike. I guess that's even more money I could spend on indie creators. While others would point out McCone's tweets could easily be viewed as misogynistic. Isn't that exclusionary and misogynistic to all the women in ComicsGate? Oh, shit. That's actually quite funny right there. He wants every man to be dickless like him. What about the comics girls? Cervical or breast cancer? Inquiring minds want to know. Jesus Christ. Wonder Girl. Phew, I dodged a bullet with that thread. People are roasting this fool. A dear friend of mine died of prostate cancer this year, leaving behind his wife and 2 kids. Cancer is not a joke. The fact you wish it on anyone is horrible. You are a despicable being. I'm not even bothering calling you human, because that would imply humanity, which you lack. Whoa, roasted. As a teen, I used to really look up to a lot of comic artists like Mike. Now I see a complete lack of professionalism and a little human decency, which makes it impossible to buy work from him. Where's the leadership? Get these idiots off Twitter. Yeah, it's just ironic that all these people... well, let's see what their ever-growing list of people... Oh yeah, the freaking Robbie Rodriguez stuff with him sending his buttle. Fucking shave your ass, man. If you're a gay man, I bet you're not getting much tail when you're freaking you know, buttholes all hairy like that. But let's get away from the negative. Let's talk about something crazy. Why in the hell? This video won't load. It's just fucking stupid. But, where was this? This was wherever it was. WFPD officers arrest alleged 100K comic book thief. Holy shit. Wichita Falls, Texas. Jesus. Police have made an arrest in connection with the comics book theft last week. On Wednesday, July 25th, officers took a report of a burglary of a habitation in the 4600 block of Seymour Highway. Several comic books worth $100,000 were reported stolen. Released surveillance footage of the thief to local media. You can see the video above. Marcus Allen Benner, 41, has been arrested. The announcement stated more information could be released when it becomes available. That's fucking insane. Let's go. This was a good article. This was a really fun read. I don't know why it started off there. But this is a nice little take on Jesus. It's been 20 years since Blade came out. 20 fucking years. And, by the way, Black Panther was the first black superhero, guys, to have a lead role. I guess they forgot Blade and many others. Back in 2016, Deadpool proved that an R-rated comic book movie could be a major box office draw. 2 years later, Black Panther demonstrated the wide appeal of a black superhero. 20 years before either of those films, Blade did both. It's not that people forgot about Wesley Snipes' vampire actioneer, as so many think pieces argued around the release of Black Panther. Blade simply existed in a different era, one that wasn't inundated with costume Avengers battling evil on the big screen yet. Despite being so far removed from the current profusion of comic adaptations, the 1998 blockbuster is arguably directly responsible for it. Before there was Blade, superhero films were one of 3 things: Superman, Batman, or pulp. You had your Rocketeers, your Crows, your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but Hollywood was still terrified of going all in on costume heroes. The only films being made were ridiculous, campy Schumacher's Batman. Yeah, no joke. Or so niche that you wouldn't even know they were comic books unless you knew they were a comic book. Rocketeer, which I knew. Blade, introduced by writer Marv Wolfman and artist Gene Colan in 1973 issue of Marvel's Tomb of Dracula, fell somewhere in the middle, at least from filmmaking point. Honestly, Blade freaking was one of... I liked them all. I don't give a shit that the second one wasn't great, the third one wasn't great, but you know what? I enjoyed it. Blade wasn't a massively popular character, not even getting his own solo series until 94. In the early days, he was something of a cliche, though perhaps appropriately so for his time. He had an afro, there was forced connection to jazz, he joined gangs, and spoke in what today would likely be considered offensive ebonics. Who gives a shit? He was a far cry from the badass daywalker we know and love today, so it's hardly surprising early development on Blade feature aimed at making a spoof. Snipes seems like damn, I'm having freaking really hard time reading. My eyes are freaking out. Middable, perfect casting in retrospect, but Marvel's first choice was actually, wait for it, LL Cool J. They were looking more at comedies like Meteor Man or Blank Man that the franchise dreams of contemporary failed experiments like Spawn or Steel, Jesus Christ. Once you laid eyes on those stinkers in the summer of 97, you couldn't blame filmmakers for wanting to steer away from the serious approach. At the time, Goyer was a relative newcomer with a nerd on for comics. When Blade found itself set up at New Line, they brought the burgeoning screenwriter on to pen a goofy vampire hunting flick. Goyer had a different vision, a straight version that played up inherently rich potential of source material, unlike so many colorless adaptations that seemed to stop thinking beyond, this looks cool on page, so put it on the screen. Same approach writers brought to what many consider the modern epoch of superhero cinema in Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight series. Goyer penned Batman's Begins. Really? I did not know that. Wow. I was having a stroke. Jesus Christ. Later. But yeah, so as you can tell, this was one of the first black superheroes. And if you want to donate to the channel, that is greatly appreciated. Love the support. Always appreciative of the help you guys send my way. And still could have been good, but they completely miscast and the script was utter shit. Yeah, I completely agree. Gotta watch a clip, dude. We'll watch the trailer of Steel. I don't know.
How would you like to help me deal the next generation of super weapons to the world?
The weapons of tomorrow.
I've already made quite a few of these dandy little toys. Do you really want to be the only ones without my kind of firepower?
Terrorizing our cities today.
Dude, I love the old school, like, comics. I mean, not comics, but the old school movie guy voice. Terrorizing our streets today.
Officers down. We got a big problem here.
Now, to protect those who can't fight back.
Gang still messing with him?
Worse than ever.
One man must stand up for the people.
Maybe the police aren't enough. Maybe we need a new kind of firepower for ourselves.
Got you, bro.
What exactly am I supposed to be doing here?
We make our own kind of weapons to take out the ones in the streets. To stop
fucking Shaquille O'Neal, dude.
the enemy without hurting them.
And become a new breed of hero.
It might get a little dangerous.
I laugh at danger.
I boogie around danger like a soul-trained dancer.
With a will of iron, a heart of gold, and a body of steel.
It's hammer time.
What a magnetic personality.
God, why the campy, cheesy lines? Fucking horrid.
We gotta admit, the guy's got style.
Like, why didn't they just shoot him in the mouth? Shoot him in the mouth. Dude, it's Carl Winslow, guys.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Where'd he go? The Batcave?
Steel.
Man, I could be Robbie.
You wanna know what you can do to help?
What? Anything.
Don't tell Grandma.
Oh, man. Why in the hell? But here's the real question. Did you see animated Dark Knight Returns? I've been watching a lot of the animated stuff on Hulu. I don't know. Yeah, Black RoboCop pretty much. Animated. I don't know if I did. I don't think I watched it yet. I watched, what did I watch recently? Shit, I wish I could pull up my Hulu. I watched, the 90s cringe. Yeah, no shit. What was the other freaking, here we go. Oh, man. What the fuck is my up with my alignment again? Damn it. There we go. Here we go.
Hey, Chuck. You got to hear this. Tell him who you come to see.
I want to speak to the commissioner.
Tell him why. Tell him why.
Duh, I'm a crime fighter.
Fucking blank, man. Oh, here's the part 1 trailer. Yeah, let me see.
Tonight marks the 10th anniversary of the last sighting of the Batman.
All units, robbery in progress. Gotham City Trust.
They call us a gang. Only when they die by our hands will they know Gotham City belongs to the mutants.
You know what was really good? The Batman the Animated Series I loved. I started watching it again. I started watching... shit, what else was I watching recently? Batman Beyond. I really dug it and wish they would continue the story.
What the hell is that?
Batman, come out here and face me like a man.
Jesus Christ. Some bloodiness right there. That's awesome.
What's your name?
Carrie Kelly. Robin.
She's smart. Brave. She's perfect.
These are scary times, Bruce.
It was freaking... This looks really good. I'm going to see if it's on Hulu before DC's stupid streaming service comes out. Because when their streaming service comes out, they're going to pull everything from everywhere.
It's just random violence.
The war goes on.
Was it Kevin Conway who did the voice? I can't tell.
I will tear him limb from limb.
He's in his prime. He'll kill you.
I will show you who rules Gotham City. I'm not finished yet.
Nope, it's not Conroy.
He's young. He'll walk again.
Who is the voice? Who is the voice? Is it male or female Robin? No, that was it's a chick and they reference her, but Peter Irons, that's who it was. That's the part with Joker and the Superman fight. That's awesome. Go Willow Wave. Wasn't that split into 2 parts? Yeah, it was. Part 2. Let's see the part 2 trailer.
Tonight, we are the law. I am the law.
You act like a criminal.
We are criminals. We always have been.
Look, one of these days, someone with authority is going to tell me to come stop you.
So, was it Jeremy Irons again? Because I can't tell. The intro sounded different.
When that happens,
I hereby issue a warrant for the Batman's arrest.
When that happens, may the best man win.
He's a murderer now. Jim, if you've talked to him, you have to let me know.
He and I don't talk anymore.
Yeah, this looks really good. I'm gonna have to freaking dive in on this. I wanted to watch the Samurai one too. I heard it was or Peter Irons, sorry. I heard the Samurai one or the Ninja Batman one was good.
I made you lose control.
All the people I've murdered. It ends tonight.
Yeah, this looks really good, dude.
Bruce.
Is he dead?
Ooh. Batman Ninja. I think it's out, right? I think I saw it was Batman Ninja. Is available on Hulu and elsewhere. It's an interesting take on the character, that's for damn sure.
私には何もないと思っていた。
ヒーローに人殺しはできねえ。だけ
Is there I wonder if there's English subs. Sicko, you out? Good night, buddy.
俺にはお前が殺せるんだよ。
Oh, the stylization looks fucking sick. Yeah, the stylization. You gotta love anime for what they do, and they're not freaking afraid. We need to get me a date with Katie Mercury. Yeah, it's never gonna happen, brother. She don't live in California no more. She's over there mooching off her mama now instead of freaking using her own badge to make money. Wow, dude, that looks. I haven't watched the trailer of this at all, but it looks fucking amazing. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it does make it uncanny in a really good way. I would still listen to it I would probably watch it both ways. Dude, there's Joker stylization is just fucking crazy.
怪物を止めろジョーカー
Yeah, that looks really good, and there are so many good villains in there. It did inspire it, but it was honestly like, I don't know, man. I wish they would have kept Keaton on for one more Batman, because I liked the first two Batmans. I mean, I've liked all the Batmans, even the campy, shitty, freaking Schumer and Schumacher and those ones, because hey, it was worth it. You know, it's Batman. Batman Under the Red Hood is good. Yeah, that one's good, and that one's a good storyline. Just for, you know, taking Tim Drake to where they took him. There was something else there was something coming out that oh, the English trailer. I'd be curious to hear what the English trailer sounds like.
Everyone's been calling me the most powerful man in Japan. The Demon King. Lord Joker.
Okay, so did they get, I don't know, did they get what's his name to play oh, it's Tony Hale.
Where am I? From the look of it, this is ancient Japan.
Our master has ordered us to
Oh shit, so that's the base of the story. I was wondering how in the hell it got there.
kill him on sight.
The Joker.
That's right, Max.
We're relieved you're with us, Master Bruce. They're all trying to take over this country and rewrite history. This is it. The Batmobile, the Batwing, the Batcycle. They've all been destroyed at the hands of the Joker. But I have my mind, my spirit, and all of you.
Dude, that looks fucking sick. The art on this just looks really sick. They did a really good job of modeling the characters.
When the country is in chaos, a foreign ninja wearing the mask of a bat will come and restore order to our land. Great shinobi from across the sea of time, Lord Batman. Now what?
Yeah, that looks freaking tits, man. Gotta say. Jason Todd, not Tim Drake. Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry. Yeah, that the Killing Joke, man. The Killing Joke was freaking always one of my favorites. Green Arrow only has one arm. Yeah, currently. Makes me want to play Yakuza. Makes me want to play the freaking new game that's coming out. That freaking samurai game they're making. That looks freaking badass. You love the Jap language, freaking Kevin. It's too funny, man. Keaton was best. I really did like Christopher Nolan's Batman's. Let's see. Did you see the Killing Spree? Yes, I saw the Killing Joke animated. Oh man, I wish they would take in I wish they would take that and where was Samurai Jack and all that would have been cool crossover if they would have crossed in Samurai Jack into it. That'd be awesome. I wish they would what's it called? Do a movie based on that. I wonder what the I never looked into it to find out more, but the Batman movie. Okay, DC Entertainment needs to work on their shit when it comes to movies, because their television shows pretty good. I dig them. I like me freaking the WB shows and or whatever CW shows. What's up, Pycris? And I really like those series. I really do. I like Arrow, I like Flash, and I think that DC was a bunch of jackasses by not pulling Burton, whatever his name is, Grant Guster or whatever his name was, that plays Flash, to play it instead of Ezra, because that's not Flash. Like, not Flash at all. I'm okay with Wonder Woman. I was even okay with Ben Affleck playing freaking Batman. That wasn't a problem, but Flash, who's one of my favorite characters, was fucked. They fucked up Flash. They cast him wrong. He was a horrible written character in the movie Justice League, and I wouldn't be surprised if they don't end up making his movie and other things, because honestly, Jason Momoa as Moana, or whatever his damn name is, as Aquaman, I dug, and that movie looks really good. I think we'll close the night out on that is the Aquaman trailer. But if you guys want to donate, did they put out a new trailer? Oh, you know what? Nah, we're gonna watch this first before. Actually, we'll watch that last.
Lighthouse keeper. My father was a lighthouse keeper. My mother was a queen. But life is a way of bringing people together.
It's one day.
Check it out. Arthur is talking to the fish.
Arthur. I really, they're doing Joker origin. Yeah, I saw that. And freaking Joaquin Phoenix or someone is playing him.
They made me what I am.
Fucking badass.
Permission to come aboard.
Honestly, I don't mind him playing Aquaman at all. I don't care that the character was white, whatever. He did a good job with them.
I've been looking for you. Your half-brother King Orm is about to declare war upon the surface world.
The only way to stop this war is for you to take your rightful place as king.
Trust me, I am no king.
You do your best thinking when you're not thinking at all.
So here's the question with this is, where's the time frame? Where's the time frame? Like, where does this fall? That's what I want to know. Is it before or after Justice League? Because if it wasn't he already, like, living out to sea?
That was the worst pep talk ever.
Might want to strap in. Welcome home.
There's one of the reasons right there. James Wan puts out some good stuff.
Brother has come from the surface to challenge me for the throne.
I call it an ass whooping.
I mean, honestly, it just looks good. It looks better than the other shit they put out. It's not super gritty, dark, freaking, what's his names?
I'm no leader. I came because I have no choice. I came to save my home and the people that I love.
That redhead chick's pretty hot.
You think you're unworthy to lead because you're of two different worlds. But that is exactly why you are worthy.
That was awesome.
Was that Manta Ray?
The war is coming to the surface.
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
I'm bringing the wrath of the seven seas with me.
It looks good. Definitely looks good.
We're here.
What are you doing?
You should have a parachute.
Redheads, you gotta love them.
But yeah, I like him. Yeah, translation, he's white enough. Yeah, I don't care. I don't give a shit what nationality he is. He's fucking, look, he's a great actor. You know what, it was a good show, if you haven't watched it, is, let's see, what is the show? Where is it? Frontier. Frontier is really good. Really fucking good. Apparently, he was on Baywatch too. And Conan the Barbarian, the movie. But yeah, if you haven't watched Frontier, check that shit out. That's a really good show. It's about like Canada during the pelting days and stuff. Really good stuff. But I'm actually really looking forward to this movie.
You've run from foster homes in 6 counties. I can take care of myself. When you're 18, give these people a chance, because that's what they're giving you.
This is exactly where DC needs to go with their movies. They need to go this style.
Billy Batson? Make sure you make him feel at home.
They seem nice, but don't buy it. It gets real Game of Thrones around here. Dude. You look at me and you're like, why so dark? You're a disabled foster kid. You've got it all.
Just the witty banter and the style. Hold on, let me go back so I can read the screen. What gets E is, if we were so caught up with no blacks in movies, why did nobody say anything about Samuel L. Jackson? Did Nick Fury a white character? Yeah, or Kingpin, because Sam Jackson is perfect for the role. Exactly. Scarlett Johansson, Black Manta. Yeah, Black Manta, sorry.
If you could have one superpower, what would you pick? Everybody chooses flight. You know why? So they can fly away from this conversation? No, because heroes fly.
What, you need your fake family to stand up for you?
Hey! Man, sorry about that.
Go, go, go! Grab him! Get out the way!
Oh, the shit looks so good. Like, I'm super pumped for this movie. Like, I am a huge, like, comic book movie fan. I will watch any of them. And, yep, Shazam looks so fucking good.
Billy Batson, I choose you as champion.
Hello?
Say my name so my powers may flow through you.
But I don't know your name, sir.
Shazam.
Are you for real?
Jesus, it looks so good, dude. Like, I'm super hyped for this.
Okay. Shazam?
This means Billy!
What is happening?
You're the only person I know that knows anything about this Cape Crusader stuff.
Can I?
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's crazy, right?
What are your superpowers?
Superpowers, dude? I don't even know how to pee in this thing.
You know what's interesting is I actually really like Zachary Levi for the character because he can play like that childish vibe that Shazam always had.
AM to the PM, PM to the AM. You have super strength. You just got.
Ah, it's gonna freaking catch me. I know it is. It's gonna freaking blacklist me because of Kendrick Lamar. God damn it. I'm gonna mute. Fuck. because he is not allowing people to use his he does not let people use his media. It gets blocked worldwide. Damn it. Damn it. Come on. Why do you have to, if you're going to put it in a trailer, how about you don't like make it unavailable worldwide?
Charged. Your phone's charged.
The hell?
You're like a bad guy, right?
We'll go back to that because I like freaking the shout.
Gentlemen!
Fucking goddamn you. Kendrick, be a little more. This is freaking bulletproof.
Welcome for not getting robbed!
Oh, hey, what's up? I'm a superhero.
I think Black Adam is The Rock. I am pretty sure The Rock is playing Black Adam. Sorry about that.
It looks like Dwayne Johnson, who has been cast as Black Adam in the DC Extended Universe, won't be appearing in upcoming Shazam. Website Comic Book shares that the actor was recently asked if he will cameo in Shazam, to which the action star responded, telling website Sci-Fi...
I don't know how this guy has 113. The way he talks just makes me want to fucking punch him.
Wire, I'm not in that one. It's Shazam and Black Adam. And with the way the DC universe works, we should, in theory, meet up on the big screen. But who knows?
Like, oh man, come on. Like, I don't understand that, why they're separating them. I really don't. But it is what it is. Have you seen the trailer for Predator? Oh, dude. Freaking, isn't that the Predator where they freaking have the xenomorphs have sex? I mean, like, or a sex finally, or the predators have a sex finally? I still can't believe they're doing them separate. That's stupid. Yeah, of course, money, but still, I mean, they could freaking, I don't know. It's like an artist rendering of him. I could see him being Black Adam. Definitely. And plus, he's a huge draw. The Rock is a huge draw, and it's actually something worth freaking... worth having a go at. And I think it's... So, well, shit, guys. I had a lot of fun tonight. I actually like being able to do stuff that's slightly different. And we'll be doing Saturday nights will be comic book story, news, stuff like that, most likely. Throw a like on the video, share it out there. And you know what? I think we'll call it a night. Want to get some food? I have not eaten since, oh shit, yesterday night. Well, I kind of snacked at work. But yeah, guys, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for watching. And I'll be back hopefully tomorrow night, unless the channel I'm producing shows for needs me. Then I'll be with them. But most likely tomorrow night. Oh, I am tomorrow night. No, 100% I am tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's freaking wrestling night. Fuck yeah. Tomorrow, the wrestling show will be on. So we'll be talking some wrestling. I got some stuff already from Frozen Asian rolling out. So if you got anything else, anything you want to talk about, throw them in the Discord. I'm going to throw the Discord link in there for you guys. If you're not in the Discord, join the Discord. That way you can promote and share some stuff there. Aaron Barrett, I know you haven't been around. You're in a I believe you're in a completely different time zone. But you can jump in tomorrow night. I'll be starting around the same time. We'll be doing the wrestling show tomorrow night. Alrighty, guys. Thank you again for watching. You guys are all awesome. And I appreciate you guys hanging out. We will see you tomorrow.
I feel like shit.
Oh, Picris, that sounds so bomb right now. So bomb.